Welcome, Rangers! Today we have our first episode of Season 2 of Runnin Redwood. I'm Donia Hassan-Shahi, your host, with...
Mitchell Dean.
And today we're going to be talking to Mitchell a little bit about his, his business, his academics, his extracurriculars. So, Mitchell, what grade are you in? What are you involved with at Redwood and outside of Redwood?
Yeah, I'm a senior, 12th grade this year. I play all aquatic, so water polo and swim, and officer of the pickleball club. And I'm got Mr. Kuhn in the ag program. It's amazing. If you have time to stop by, you should definitely stop by. We appreciate visitors, and
Definitely. And the ag department is growing this year, so that's great. So what's your routine? You know, you do these extracurriculars, you're involved with academics and with the school. How do you balance that?
Yeah, I think as student athlete in general, I think a lot of people tend to get overwhelmed, right? Like you're waking up and you're seeing all the things you have to do that day, and it can be pretty overwhelming. But really what I do is I really it seems dumb, but I make a list. Like I'll make a list and I'll be like, this is the things I need to get done today. This is like what's important to me, and it works out pretty good. It feels nice to be able to like check one thing individual off your list, you know.
Definitely. Do you do paper list or online? Because I feel like paper is so much more satisfying when you cross it off.
It definitely could be, but I think, I don't know, I feel like I just go on my Apple Notes and I make the things I need to do when I'm really overwhelmed, or I'll just like run the day through my head.
Definitely.
Like when I'm laying in bed when I should definitely be getting up for school. I'm just sitting there.
You're being productive though.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So how do you stay well-rounded? You know, you're having your routine, you're comfortable with yourself. How are you making sure that you're giving enough energy for the atmosphere that you're in?
I think you gotta make priorities. You gotta, I wake up and I decide, like, how do I want to have, like, what kind of perspective do I want to have on today? Like, I want to put a lot of time towards sports and academics. You know, that's really important to me, because there isn't going to be a time necessarily like that's exactly like this in my life where I'm going to be able to be a student athlete. Is very limited in my my life, unless you're planning on doing professional sports, which I don't really foresee in my future necessarily. But I guess right now I prioritize a lot of school, senior year, trying to keep good grades. I think a lot of kids slack off. And then also your senior year, I think it's a lot of pressure as an athlete. Like if you're a varsity athlete in general, I think it's a lot of pressure, but I think your senior year, you know, you want to do good your senior year. Yeah.
Well, you also feel this type of responsibility to the team, to the coaches, and you feel like this type of role model, you know? I mean, I don't know if you feel like that, because you have to obviously maintain this higher status, I guess, and type of level for yourself so that you're able to play at your best ability. I
think Redwood sports in general are so competitive at like another level. Like you think of Redwood is so good in so many different categories of sports, and so to compete at that level and to like go through the programs, you have to be well dedicated and well rounded, right? You have to have good grades, and you have to be really dedicated to whatever program you're in.
100%. So, I mean, you mentioned being a senior and, like, balancing that. How do you feel like you've improved your work ethic, like, throughout the past 4 years? Because I know that your freshman year you were online for Zoom, and then we came back your sophomore year. Yeah. And it was, you guys were getting back in the groove of stuff. Last year was somewhat normal. It was more normal. And then this year is, like, completely normal. Yeah. So, or I guess the definition of what normal was before. Yeah. So how would you feel like you've built on that?
I think my work ethic has improved in the sense that I've realized there isn't always people watching you. Like during COVID, we had so much freedom, and a lot of kids could get away with that freedom and still get through school. But now we're in school, and you got to realize like you should be showing up, you know, and you should they say using the term being a true ranger, you know, you should show up and you should like give 100%. And like for the first time for a lot of kids, like this is their first time doing that, right? They maybe didn't have a middle school, or like me, like my 8th grade year was cut off, and so there's a lot of development of like I guess, creating a work ethic for yourself in school
100%.
and pushing yourself, because not all teachers are going to be like, make sure you get in this assignment, or like,
no.
and especially in college too.
Oh,
right? Preparing you for college. Like I've taken college classes where
Mm-hmm.
they won't tell you when an assignment's due. You just got to look and figure it out for yourself. So.
Well, because nobody's going to hold your hand.
Yeah.
You just have to know,
Yeah.
which is like the hard reality of it.
100%. And like people have been getting away with kind of just doing what they want, but now they're realizing like, if you want to be a part of like the Redwood community, you know, you got to do your part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And which is what you're doing. Like you're making your own way, because everybody's on the same path. Like everybody, I think about it like a marathon. Everybody starts at the same place, but they go their own distance and they go their own pace. So.
Yeah, 100%. I think everyone should be as involved as they possibly can, but for certain people, it's going to be a different level, right?
Yeah.
So like I'll see kids that I know are geniuses that are dedicated to academic, sports, and all these clubs, and it's like kids that you can't even fathom are doing all this extra stuff out of school, and then and here I am still thinking I'm really involved, you know.
But everybody is in their own way.
Yeah, that's what I think. Everybody's effort is at a different level.
Yeah.
And whether that's showing up to a few club meetings or, you know,
every now and then.
Yeah. Or being an officer in FBLA, I think FBLA does a lot of work.
FBLA is crazy. Yeah. That and CSF, I feel like they're definitely the biggest clubs on campus.
Yeah.
But how would you say that people influence you, or who would you say is your biggest influence?
I think my biggest influence are definitely my parents, probably. I think my parents have taught me so much of creating your own like path and like becoming who you want to become. When I think my mom would always say, she's like, I could wake up tomorrow and just change my career. And I'm just like, that's pretty inspiring to be able to just like start from the bottom and try something new. So I guess with that perspective of trying new things and working towards that. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. That's so cool. I mean, just because you're so also well-rounded as an individual, and your parents are as well, because your dad is also the JV boys water polo coach.
Yeah.
So how would you say having him alongside you, even though you're on varsity, just having him with your brother as well, because your brother plays JV water polo, I guess, how does that tie into the loop?
I think any athlete knows that having your parent like tell you what to do, or I guess judge you in a certain way that you don't want to be judged is hard. But when he's like now kind of like my coach, even at the JV level, he'll still come up to me like after a game and be like, this is what we need to work on. And it's kind of hard. It's hard to like to have your parent be your coach, but I enjoy it. It's like a fun experience that I'll only be able to experience now.
Oh, yeah, because not many people, if any, like, I don't know if I have heard of, like, something like this in a while, and it's really cool. Yeah. Because they're coming out of a place from love, but it's also constructive criticism for you.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's, like, hard to look at it, because you're like, do they mean this?
Yeah.
Or are they
or
just
I'm coming out of a game, and I'm fired up, and my dad's like, well, you need to work on this. I'm like, oh.
Well, the confidence just goes down.
It's enough when your coach is already yelling at you, and then when your parent/coach yelling at you. Yeah.
So you have a business, and do you want to talk a little bit about that, how you got it started? Because I saw it during summer, and I wanted to talk to you for so long about it, but I never got the chance.
It was slow going at first.
Okay. What's it called? Like, drop some.
It's called Dean Creamery. You can check it out on Instagram. And it all started when the Redwood Water Polo boys went to Croatia.
Okay.
We went to Croatia, and like the culture there is so amazing. Like, it's just I can't even explain it. They live totally different than we do here.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
And so much, like, so relaxed and so chill. Like, in America, we're like, quick, you know, whatever we can do. I feel like
we don't take time to enjoy things. Like, it's always 100%. go. But other cultures are so much more like, oh my God, because the scenery too. I bet it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it was really pretty there. The weather was nice. But every 5 seconds, we would see a gelato shop. And, like, our families... while we were there, our family would literally, I think we had ice cream like 3 or 4 times a day. Good. Like, we were gaining weight probably, but it was worth it because
you burned it all off. You guys were playing games.
Well, my parents maybe didn't burn it off, but while we were there, we were playing a lot of games. So I guess that inspired me. I was like, we don't have this culture around ice cream in America. You know, when I think of good ice cream places in town, I don't think of like it. I don't think of them as being like really good or like.
There's no distinct one.
Yeah.
Everything tastes the same.
Yeah, there's nothing that really like sticks out to me. I mean, maybe like Handles right now because it's new.
Yeah.
But so I decided to make my own that I thought was really good, and it's like, it's definitely like it's not like your cheap ice cream. It's a high end stuff. Like I'm buying the products and then I'm making it myself, and so the initial investment was like a lot, but I had to be willing to go for it. Like I'd always enjoyed. Ice cream. I think most people enjoy ice cream.
Oh, I love ice cream.
Even people that are lactose intolerant. Like my mom, she'll be like, "Oh, like this isn't good for me," but I'm still gonna do it. You know.
Oh, 100%. It's so good to indulge in. Like you just sit down, you're like,
Yeah.
I wonder what to have.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Yeah. And so I think, I don't know, I just saw the market for ice cream. I was like, everybody loves ice cream, and I was like, and I like making it. So why not give it a whirl?
So
right?
what type of stuff, like what type of ice creams do you sell? Do you sell every type, or how does that go about?
I usually do. I'm trying to do like around a flavor a month. So I'm trying to think like keep a flavor for a month and produce like several. I produce by the quarts.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I produce by the quarts. I got like a little label on it, and I sell it by the quart. But recently, I did do like a football party a few weeks ago, to where they were like, "Can you do this size container?" And I was like, "Perfect."
Yeah.
So they got me the containers,
Great.
and then I packaged it all up, and so that was pretty cool too. So I did like do some sort of catering hit.
That's so good that people also in your community are helping you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely need to invest because I'm such an ice cream gal. And I hope more people do too, because that's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself doing anything with, like, I guess, business in your future? Or what do you want to major in college that you feel like this would help with?
Yeah, that's a great point. I liked this idea of making ice cream because it wasn't just a way to make money. I saw it as like an opportunity to learn, like, number one, like how to build a community. Like I've built a community around my little ice cream company, you know, where people can talk about what flavors coming out next, or what they enjoy, or like what I should make next. So there's a community like built around now making my ice cream. And so I like that idea of like, number one, being able to like manage my time, and number two, like to like make people happy eating ice cream. Like everybody loves ice cream. If you don't love ice cream, what's going on? You know?
Well, you're gonna make them like ice cream.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's super cool. Okay, well, I mean, is there anything else that you'd like to add to tell people about yourself and, you know, the journey that you've gone on throughout the past 4 years?
I think as Redwood students, or I guess any students, I think you should just be as involved as possible. I think being involved, you know, I want to look back and realize like I did everything that I could to like participate in Redwood and like being a kid, and like, because like for the first time ever in like senior year, they're like, it's like a transition year, right, to growing up. You're now going to be 18, which seems so much bigger than 17, and you got to do like big boy, big girl stuff. You got to pay taxes, think about what you want to do for your future, and so I guess just be as involved as possible.
Definitely.
Yeah,
time goes by so fast. I mean, I remember my freshman year, and then now I'm my junior year, and it's just crazy. Just time goes by so fast.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for being on the podcast. I appreciate you taking your time to be
problem.
interviewed and everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.